Hi all, Goda Govinda. This is Madhav Lasya from Channel ML. First of all, thank you for all your subscriptions. So within a matter of 1 week, we have got 31 subscribers subscribed to our channel, and thank you so much. And all glories unto my Acharya's lotus feet, who is Srimati Srivan Sadagopa Sri Ranganath Etindra Mahaswamigal. I'm just humbled to be Sishya. So today we are going to discuss about um, food lifestyle part 2. I know, like, the first video which I presented is about the food lifestyle. So this is a part 2 of the food lifestyle where I'm going to going in detail. So the first part mentioned about, like, how we should be a vegetarian, and how to avoid any animal products and how to get into veganism and everything. But this video is about, like, even under vegetarian things, like, there are certain vegetables which we could not, consume because of the shastric rules, as well as why it is mentioned as not to consume. So isn't it shocking that, even under vegetables we should not eat certain vegetables? Yes, of course, that's true. So I'll be going through one by one, and you can ask me who's following it. We are following it in our family, and many people are following it. Apian's family is following it. Many people are following it just for the sake of our body and everything. So I'll follow it. So Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita has clearly mentioned. Let me open up the shloka, so that we can also get benefited by listening to that shloka as well. So it's on the chapter 17th, division of faith, and text 8, shloka 8. Ayush sattva sattva balarogya sukapriti vivardhanah rasyah snigdhah sthira hridaya aharah satvika priyah. So basically, what is mentioned is foods dearest to those in the mode of goodness increases the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and then, like, pleasing to the heart. So basically, Shri Krishna mentioned here, like, what is Sattva Gunas food. So there is a list of certain foods, like, which are pleasing to our heart, like, ghee, and then, like, milk products and everything. See, I'm a vegan, so I don't drink cow's milk, but for me, like, milk is like almond milk, cashew milk, and all those things. And not salty, not spicy food are called, like, sattvic food, which is very pleasing to our heart, in the sense, like, where you don't get heartburn and all those things. And then, like, the next sloka is Katvamla Lavanatyas तीक्ष्णसृक्षस विदाहिनः आहारराजसास्येष्टा दुःखशोकामया प्रदाः. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, too salty, hot, pungent, dry, burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, miseries, and diseases. So this is told by Sri Krishna himself. So, like, don't yell at me, like, how can you say, like, how can we live without eating spicy food? Then that's not my problem. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, too salty, hot, basically should not eat any spicy food. Pungent, the dry food, dry, and then burning, like when you eat certain food, like, like tomatoes, if you eat at night, you'll get a burning sensation in your food tube, right? So that is, like, burning, are dear to those in the mode of passion. So people who loves salty, sour, and then, like, bitter, too many bitter food, or too much of spicy food, they are in the mode of passion, and such food would cause distress, misery, and disease. So I guess, like, when doctors have told about the same thing, like, where he has mentioned that doctors have mentioned, like, do not indulge into too much spicy food. It's not good for health. It's gonna like, affect your digestive tract and everything. Next step, yatayam jagarasam yatayam gatarasam puti पूर्युसितं च यत् उच्छिष्टम् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम्. So he's saying foods prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed, putrid, and food consists of remnants and untouchable things are dear to those in the mode of darkness. So he has clearly mentioned, like, food prepares more than 3 hours ago before it's being eaten. It should not be consumed, right? And that's what we are exactly following right now. The lifestyle which are following right now is keep it in a frozen food, take it and then eat it. That's what it's been doing it, right? And even like other like other people, I mean other religious group would say like, oh yeah, if it's offered to the god you can keep it in fridge. No, in Sri Vaishnavas, like would never ever like keep any leftover food in the fridge. There will not be any leftover food in the Sri Vaishnavas family's kitchen at all. They strictly follow this. And another thing, to detail each and every food level, like Sri Vedana Desikar, our Acharya Sri Vedana Desikar has clearly mentioned in Ahara Niyamam, which I'll be going through it in few minutes, to go through which vegetables should we eat, which vegetables should not. I mean, he did not come up with his own list. It is mentioned in the Shastras and Vedas and Puranas, and he has just jotted down from everything. And he's a great Acharya in our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. So he has jotted down everything and has given us a grantham, like a poem itself. So I'm going to go through it, and also I'm going to tell you like why we should eat it and why we should not eat it and everything. So please do not, I know like for certain things, I mean right now the COVID situation is favorable for us, where we can cook and then eat. And I'll share a few recipes like which will take hardly 5 or 10 minutes to cook, and then you can offer it to a lot and eat it very quickly. And so don't keep any leftovers in the fridge. Leftovers in the sense like there are exceptions are like milk, ghee, and then yogurt, buttermilk are all fine, vegetables are all fine, but don't keep any leftover cooked food like rice or anything which is prepared in the afternoon and then evening. Don't keep it. Just prepare as per to each and every level. You might be knowing like how much level. If they're still hungry more than eating, they can have the fruits, right? That way we can cut down on carbs, like simple carbohydrates, and focus on other things which will make them full, right? That's what we follow in our home. So that is clearly says like the mode of ignorance is called tamasic food. So this will a mode of darkness. So mode of ignorance is like ignorance, everybody would know it, right? Like and another thing which it is mentioned in Ahara Niyamam is like, bring the grocery foods in from the front door, and do not get even cooked prasadam from from others house, because like even though it's cooked in karma free food, like we are not supposed to get any cooked food from our neighbors or anything like that. And restricted vegetables and fruits, I'll be going through it one by one. And no gooseberries, no Indian gooseberries, no Nellika or Amla on Tuesdays and Fridays, and on every night. I've already explained it to you in the previous session, because like I don't know what is the reason on Tuesday and Friday not to be consumed, but every night, because Amla is rich in vitamin C, it might trigger like mucus formation in the night. And then no banana on Dwadasi, no plantain items on Dwadasi days, and no eggplant on the Dwadasi days as well. Yes, no eggplant on Dwadasi days, no banana, no plantain leaf, no banana related thing, no banana, no plantain leaf, no banana stem, no banana flower on Dwadasi days, and no eggplant on Dwadasi days. Everybody would know Dwadasi is the day after Ekadasi. Dwadasi is where we'll actually break our fast and then do it. And then like food that has been contaminated by the presence of flies, worms, hair, nails, cloth that spilled onto our clothes, which has come out of our food plate. Do not eat. Threads, sneeze, saliva, even if it's of your own saliva also, don't eat it. If you're eating, you find certain foods dropped onto your dining table, don't eat it. Even if it drops out from your mouth, don't eat it. And you're taking a food, it's dropped down on your hand on the dining table, don't eat it. And partially bitten by others, oh my goodness, that is perfectly avoided, because like others disease, like there are very communicable disease happening in those days. They are strictly following this, because like those days they don't have vaccinations and everything. In order to avoid all these communicable diseases, they're following. It has nothing to do with untouchability, casteism. No, even among the same family members also, they don't eat the leftover food. And then Ahara Niyamam, I'm just going to go through one by one. Food that are smelled by animals or people, we should not smell the food. And touched by the people with disease, contacted by fly, worm, thread, nails, hair, and touched by the mouth of the people, dogs, rats, chicken, crow, cat, should be avoided. Calcium, that is sunnambu, extracted from seashells, bubbles, and froth from water, should be avoided. So froth means a lather, so you should not drink milk or coffee with so much of lather in it. You call it as noran solvangaliya, so that one you should avoid it, because you should not eat it. And sunnambu extracted from seashells, never. Vettala paakkumbodhu we are getting sunnambu illaya, you should not do it. Like the betel leaves, they'll apply the white color calcium thing, don't eat it. And then other than buttermilk, any other food items whose composition has been diluted, do not consume it. Other than buttermilk, we are diluting the yogurt and we are making it as a buttermilk. Other than that, you should not dilute anything. Do not consume puffed rice and wood apple fruit, vilamparam, during the daytime. Puffed rice is pori and wood apple fruit is vilamparam during the daytime. I don't know the reason, but they'll say it. Do not consume any food item that contains sesame seeds or sesame seed oil and gingerly yogurt during the night time. So why they are saying like sesame seeds oil and gingerly or yogurt during the night time is like, it will cause heat. Sesame seeds should not be eaten in the night because it will cause heat. Yogurt also, it is very difficult to digest. Yogurt is a milk product, it's a thickened milk product, it's difficult to digest, so that's why they'll say not. Ghee served after you have started eating should not be consumed. So you have to put the ghee in your plate, sorry, and then only you should eat it. You should not eat ghee after you started eating. And then no food can be taken at sunrise, sunset, or midnight. Exactly, guys. Food should not be taken at sunrise, sunset, and midnight. That should be avoided. I know right now people are going on midnight munching and everything. Those people are working they are all working at different shifts. That is fine, but purposefully we should not eat at sunrise, sunset, and midnight. Foods cooked on Ekadashi and other days should be avoided. Okay, so this one I'm going to take a separate topic, how we are going to take the Ekadashi as per Sri Vaishnavism, so you can ignore that for now. Cooked food without being bathing should not be consumed, guys. This is because of cleanliness, basic cleanliness. And food cooked twice, reheated, should not be consumed. Even scientifically also, we should not reheat the food because all the bacteria would get formed on the food, and also all the nutrients will go away. See, in those days, they have clearly mentioned all those things. Food that interfere with japam, that are said to give magical powers, should be avoided. They'll say the certain foods have they have induced some magical powers, and they call us mandram panni, vasiyam panni, they would have given. It should be avoided. No food can be taken without taking bath and washing hands and completing ablutions. That's called parisheshanam. So in certain certain class of people, they have to do parisheshanam, that is respect to the food. I already told you what you have to do before eating every meal. Say govinda, 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 and that is called ablutions. That anybody could do it, even women, kids, anybody could do it. Any class people can do it. You should bath and you should wash your hands before eating food. That is only for cleanliness. Don't eat under moonlight or fire. You should be eat only on the burning light. So you should not eat with the lights off. You should not eat with the moonlight, under the moonlight, and you should not eat under the fire. You should eat only with the burning lamp. And then don't eat with left hand. Left hand eating should be avoided. And don't eat food served by bare hands or spatulas made of iron. Because why they have said don't eat with the left hand is left hand in those days used for cleaning purpose. Your butt, and after you pooped, it's used for cleaning. Sorry for too much information, but right now we are using right hand, so that doesn't mean that we cannot use right hand for eating and left hand for eating, right? It's just a common sense. As long as your hands are clean, your nails are clean, then you can eat. And many people are right now are left-handers, so it's not targeting left-handers, FYI. Don't eat food served by bare hands or spatulas made of iron. So why they are saying bare hands means our hands are not clean enough, so you have to keep on washing our hands. So instead use utensils, that is for cleanliness. And made out of iron, it will react with certain foods. So if you do it like iron utensils, recently I came to know that any food cooked with iron utensils, non-stick cookware or anything iron, it will cause thyroid issues. So that is the reason in those days they have restricted it. Don't eat food that are mashed by someone else. Yeah, that's already mashed by someone else. Don't eat that food. Trash it. Food, or give it to the animals or anybody else. Foods intended for devatas and other devatas should be avoided. Okay, this is what we come to Sri Vaishnavism. So since we have Mahavishwasam, since we trust only Sriman Narayana, we offer the food only Sriman Narayana. I already explained this several times. I'm explaining it again. It's similar to having husband and wife relationship. We have our husband as Sriman Narayana. Why should we go for others, right? It's the same way. So we don't eat others for offered food for others, and there's nothing wrong in that. And then food that harm our pranam or hridayam and are unrecognizable have to be avoided. If you don't know anything about that food item, avoid it, because you don't know what is it about. There are many unknown foods are coming in the market. Foods offered without love and affection should be avoided. That is more important, guys. Love and affection is very, very important. If you are cooking with hatred, that is why we avoid. I personally avoid even the cooked prasadam by our neighbors or anybody else, because I don't want, because we don't know what is the mindset they'll have. And even if I go outside, I'll not eat any other's food and anything. I just carry my own tiffin box and everything, and I'll use it. Also, cooked rice from previous night when stored in clean water can be consumed, right? And then food items like sugarcane, yogurt, milk, ghee, betel nut, clarified butter, and then pepper, cardamom, and then honey, you can eat it, but I'm a vegan, so I would say no. and then jaggery, wheat flours, and then like vegetables, fruits, and beyond doshams can be consumed anytime. So these can be consumed at any part of time. And I will tell you a list of vegetables like which we should not eat, because certain foods are are grown in different places, like near the spinach. Regular spinach is grown near the shakada, they'll say, like sewage area, so we'll avoid all those things. So even the place also matters. So basically, prohibited vegetables are onions, as usual, garlic, and I'll tell you why these things are prohibited: radish, turnip, drumsticks, bottle gourd, and then tindora, carrots, beets, potatoes, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, spinach, corn, mushroom, tomatoes, cluster beans. No, not cluster beans, peerkanga, I forgot in English. And then like green and yellow squash, zucchini. And then white brinjal, coyote squash, that is chow chow. And then like artichoke, asparagus, yam, cranberries, azuki beans, dill leaves, mint, vegetables from cans. So you can ask me, like how are you surviving? See, I do eat broccoli, that's it from the list, nothing else. Tomatoes, I don't have it. Peerkanga, I don't have it. Peerkanga, I guess it's like bottle gourd. Peerkanga's bottle gourd. Zucchini, I stopped having it. And squash, I don't eat asparagus and everything. So I'll tell you what are the vegetables you can have. You can have is like raw plantain, vaழக்கா, வாழைத்தண்டு, வாழைப்பருப்பு, வாழைப்பூ, like banana flower, banana stem, banana, raw plantain, okra, yes, purple brinjal, I'll have it, cluster beans, I'll have it, snake gourd, bitter melon, white pumpkin, pandal, avarekka, cluster beans, pumpkin, parangika, sweet potatoes, and then like taro root, and then elephant yam, I'll have it, cucumber, green peas, capsicum, green beans, Italian beans, lima beans, and then amla, we'll have curry leaves, cilantro, ginger, agathi keera, we'll have it, and then like vende keera, methi leaves, we'll have it, and then like manathakali, that those are all like little bit gooseberries and everything, and then like neem flowers, and then lime and lemon. So these beans will have it, right? So these are the things like from vegetables and fruits. And I'll go to the fruits things. Like fruits you should not have. List is strawberry, cherries, blueberries, raspberries, kiwi, watermelon, papaya, plums, figs, apricots, cranberries, and prunes. So I know the reason for strawberries, because strawberries, I know how they are getting that red color one. They are getting some liquid from one of the bees butt, and then from some bees butt, some animals butt, and they're adding it. So that's why we should not eat strawberries. Cherries also, blueberries also, raspberries, we don't know how they are grown, that thick red in color. Even we don't eat apples and everything. Regular fruits are allowed, are like pear, banana, mango, grapes, both green and red, pineapple, orange, guava, sapota, which is chicky, pomegranate, honeydew, melon, cantaloupe, jackfruit whole, don't buy the already cut, and dates and raisins without anything. So these things are allowed. And then spices, these are all from Shastras, guys, I'm not bringing it up. Spices to be allowed: cinnamon, poppy seeds. Poppy seeds is used for like even in the customs, if you're carrying poppy seeds, they'll take it out because it's a drug. That is a drug. Sarayamari, it's a drug. Like an alcohol, it's a drug. Like vanilla, rose essence, etc. Because vanilla essence, rose essence also have alcohol, ethyl alcohol, it says isopropyl alcohol is there, 35% isopropyl alcohol is there. So the spices which are allowed are saffron, cardamom, nutmeg, and then pachakarpuram, like I don't know in English, and then cloves is allowed. Only these spices are allowed. So they have never mentioned anywhere like you should have like red chilies and all those things. You should not have means you should not have, yes. And then like similarly, like heavy cream and all those things, we don't have it. Rather, like we'll have we'll make our own heavy cream, like diamond kalkanda, organic sugar, raw sugar, peanuts, almonds, pistachios, and we don't have pecans or dry roasted peanuts and everything. And ready-made tamarind, we'll not get it. Like we'll have hing or asafoetida, but rest of the things are like so these are the list, like which we follow. I follow personally, except that what is that except that broccoli thing, because broccoli I could not avoid it, because at home they'll prepare it. I'll try to avoid maximum. Only the broccoli thing is the one which I don't avoid. I'm healthy. I have my blood results, like the annual physicals, everything is perfectly healthy, right? Again, I'm not saying you should completely follow it, but at least you can try to remove tomatoes in night because it will cause heartburn. And then, like, you should try to eat only sattvic food as much as possible. Even in vegetables also, try to avoid little bit things like, you can avoid, like, bottle gourd, and try to of course it has all other like um, nutrients, but you can get the same nutrients in sweet potatoes and everything else. So that's all I have for today, guys, for the food lifestyle part 2. In the food lifestyle part 3, I'm going to explain it to people, like, who cannot overcome onions and garlic, because I'm going to tell the scientific reason as well as the spiritual reason of why we should not have it. I mean, to me, like, scientific and spiritual are the same. As I already told them, I would never separate it. So both are the same, so I would never separate it. So I would explain to you, like, what is meant by why we should not eat onions and garlic and all those things. Okay, until then, stay safe, have a great happy Friday, and please wear mask when you go out. Please take reusable bag when you're using grocery store, and please try to utilize whatever we are discussing and sharing in these videos. Hope it's really helping you. Thank you so much. Goda Govinda.